This is the actual cable, as you can see, being shot here. I think it's about like 1.8 meters long, so it's about 6 feet or so. As you can see here, we've got a fully pinned RGB SCART connector. Hell, even the official Wii ones don't actually have all the pins, so that's a big deal. Yeah, on the website there'll be some more information that I can tell you about this. Also, if you're looking to buy cables from Retro Gaming Cables and you're not from the United Kingdom, as this is a United Kingdom's based company, you can import these from UK to, let's say, America. But if you're gonna buy like a SCART cable for a PVM for your Super Nintendo, make sure you get either the universal one or the NTSC one. Probably the NTSC version would be better because it could also be much cheaper as well. Maybe unless you're also buying the PAL version on top of that, or maybe you don't want to deal with. I mean, you could also just buy the PAL version as well on top of that as well, if that's what you want to do. I want to also point out, if you're also playing backups of NTSC games while playing them through RGB SCART on USB loader GX or something like configurable USB loader GX or whatever it's called. But anyway, you have to make sure the games are set to PAL 60, Force PAL 60. Otherwise, you're going to get a red tint on your screen. So I don't care if you're playing newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart Wii Deluxe, a whole bunch of North American exclusives. I can't really think of any in a minute, but like Mario Super Sluggers, or maybe even some Japanese exclusives like Captain Rainbow. You have to force this to PAL 60. I mean, you probably can with set it to PAL 50, but I would not force it to PAL 50 because it probably won't run as well. But PAL 60 would probably be better. The best you can do is 480i at 60 Hz. You can't do 480p, which is kind of funny because the PlayStation 2 through RGB SCART could actually run at 480p. However, here's the thing though: you need a device that actually supports sync on green, from my understanding. And yeah, if you've got a Wii U as well, you can use these SCART cables. I don't know why you would, maybe unless you want to do a video on the best way to connect a Wii U, like side by side, go from like composite, S-video component, and then SCART, and then HDMI. However, again, I'm pretty sure it's also the same logic applies. Only the PAL Wii U's will be able to accept RGB SCART. Conversely, NTSC Wii's, and same with the GameCube as well, S-video will need to be modified if you're going to be playing. If you're not, I don't know how you would do it. I don't know if anyone's done that yet. I mean, you could. I don't really know how that would work. Is it really worth it? I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, I really think this is a worthy investment if you're buying SCART cables for Wii. Hell, not just for the Wii, but they've also got like a bunch of cables for a bunch of systems, like the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1. You should ideally buy separate cables for either system because of how they're handled, like different capacitors, all that, blah blah blah. One thing that's cool about the PS1 and PS2 SCART cables they have there is that they not only do they have like a normal SCART cable like you would plug in there, but they've also got SCART cables with a port so you can plug in your light guns. So you can have fantastic quality if SCART's your only option, or maybe you like RGB SCART. I don't really know. But also like a bunch of modded RGB systems like the NES, Atari 2600. In addition to all the consoles that natively support RGB, so like the Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive or Genesis if you live in America, Super Nintendo, RGB modded Nintendo 64s. What's another one? The GameCube, TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine or wherever you are in the world. GameCube, Xbox. They don't just do RGB SCART cables for the Xbox, but they do like YPPPR Xbox SCART cables, which basically YPPPR, from my understanding, is basically what would be used on the component cables. So you can theoretically do 1080i through SCART on YPPBR. But if you're using a normal CRT, I don't think it really matters if you're using a RGB or YPPBR. But they don't just do SCART cables, they do BNC cables for like, your PBMs. They do SCART's BNC converters as well. They also do component cables. I've seen some for like, the Mega Drive and the SNES and the PlayStation 2. I have also reached out to them saying to them, you should make component cables for the original Xbox 360 and the Wii. I mean, why not? It would make them more money as well. You'll get more people who don't want to fork out for like the official component cables they don't even make anymore, or buy anything secondhand or all these cheapo cables. Anyway, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Goodbye.